These two robots were built for the same future, but one of them looks ready for war, and the other can barely stay balanced. One moves like it was trained in a Shaolin temple, sharp, explosive, perfectly balanced, spinning kicks, lightning-fast strikes, flawless landings, not a single wobble. And the other, it looks cautious, slower, calculating every step, and in one clip, it almost loses its balance. And that's when people started asking a dangerous question. Is Elon Musk falling behind in the humanoid race? Because what just came out of China doesn't look like a prototype. It doesn't look like a lab experiment. It looks like something already comfortable inside its own body. On February 16th, 2026, 1 billion people were watching these Unitree G1 and H2 humanoid robots do something the world has never seen on live television. They were performing exceptionally perfect kung fu moves. Foot placement is precise, backflips and spinning kicks on point. Recovery time is instant. Movements flow instead of stutter. And when you place that side by side with Tesla's Optimus, the contrast is uncomfortable. As we hear, Tesla didn't build Optimus to do kung fu. It wasn't designed for performance clips. It wasn't meant to go viral on Chinese social media. Optimus was built to work in factories, to lift, to carry, to replace repetitive human labor. However, perception doesn't care about intention. When one robot looks like it's ready for combat agility, and the other looks like it's still learning to trust its own legs, the internet decides who's winning. In 2025, there were roughly 13,000 humanoid robots installed worldwide. China accounted for 90% of them. The United States, 13%. China has over 150 humanoid robot manufacturers. They attracted more than $5 billion in investment in 2025 alone. President Xi Jinping personally met 5 robotics startup founders, the same number as EV and semiconductor leaders, in the same year. This is not a tech company story. This is an industrial policy story, a military strategy story, and a story about who controls the physical world when AI gets a body. Morgan Stanley says the humanoid robot market could reach $5 trillion by 2050. $5 trillion, the size of Japan's entire economy. Now ask yourself, who builds those robots? Who manufactures the motors, the magnets, the actuators, the batteries, and who already controls the supply chain to make it happen at scale? There are 3 layers to this race that most people miss. There's the performance layer, who can move faster, balance better, recover from falls. There's the production layer, who can build more robots, cheaper, faster. And then there's the deployment layer, who can actually get these machines working in the real world. Right now, China is winning 2 out of 3. And Elon Musk, well, we need to talk about Elon. The robots you saw at the Spring Festival Gala weren't the same robots from last year. In 2025, Unitree's robots twirled handkerchiefs. They shuffled awkwardly. People laughed. 1 year later, backflips, sword fights, nunchucks, alongside human children, on live TV with 0 errors. So what changed? How do you go from shuffling to backflips in 12 months? The Chinese government doesn't just support robotics. It weaponizes industrial policy in robotics' favor. Tax breaks with up to 200% deductibility for R&D expenses, preferential financing, government procurement programs. The China Development Bank allocated approximately $50 billion to advanced manufacturing sectors between 2021 and 2024. When a startup in Hangzhou says it needs to be ready for the world's most watched television program, a program with 79% of China's live TV viewership, the resources appear. Then there's the supply chain. Here's what most people don't understand. Building a robot is mostly a hardware problem, and China makes the hardware. Rare earth minerals, high-performance magnets, precision motors, actuators, batteries. In the Pearl River Delta alone, a Chinese robotics company can source nearly every component of a humanoid robot from one place. Barclays analysts have described China as having a nearly vertically integrated robotics value chain, from the rare earths and high-performance magnets to the physical components and the batteries. The result? Unitree sells a humanoid robot, one that does backflips, for $13,500. Tesla's Optimus, when it finally ships, is projected to cost between $20,000 and $30,000, and its current manufacturing cost $50,000 to $100,000 per unit. Then there's the AI. Unitree's engineers started training for the Spring Festival Gala performance back in November 2025. They built what they call a stunt motion model, feeding massive amounts of motion capture and stunt data into the AI, then upgraded their cluster control platform, enabling end-to-end automation from AI-planned choreography to real-time coordination with millisecond-level synchronization between dozens of robots. Agabot went a step further. Their Lingxi X2 robot performed kung fu at the actual Shaolin Temple, the birthplace of martial arts, using something called zero-sample generalization. The robot can manipulate items and carry out tasks without specific prior training. It reads context, it adapts, and don't underestimate the cultural layer. China didn't showcase robots at its biggest national event of the year by accident. One act was literally called Intelligent Manufacturing Future, where robotic dogs in panda suits danced while human pop stars sang, "We are made in China." That is not subtle. That is a signal to the world, wrapped in entertainment. What distinguishes the gala from comparable events elsewhere is the directness of the pipeline from industrial policy to prime-time spectacle. Now let's talk about the man who said Optimus will be worth more than everything else in Tesla combined. The man who predicted $10 trillion in revenue from a robot that, as of early 2026, his own company admits is not doing useful work in any material way. Here's the timeline. 2021. Musk announces Tesla bot at AI Day. A person in a robot suit walks on stage. 2022. Prototype unveiled. Walks, waves, dances. Robotics experts are unimpressed. January 2025. Musk says Tesla plans to build roughly 10,000 Optimus robots that year. Will they be doing useful things by end of year? Yes, I'm confident. July 2025. Internal reports surface that production is in the hundreds, not thousands. The head of the Optimus program resigns. December 2025. Optimus falls backward at the Miami showcase. The hand motion before the fall looks unmistakably like someone removing a VR headset. The internet goes wild. January 2026. On the Q4 earnings call, Musk admits it. Optimus is not in usage in Tesla's factories in any material way. It's more so that the robot can learn, not in usage in a material way, after years of $10 trillion predictions. But here's where I want to slow down, because this is where the story gets more complicated and more interesting. Tesla isn't trying to build a robot that does backflips. Tesla is trying to build a robot that builds Teslas. Those are fundamentally different design philosophies. Optimus has 22 degrees of freedom in its hands alone, upgraded Gen 3 hands with 50 actuators and force feedback sensors that can crack an egg without breaking it or handle a fragile battery cell at scale. That kind of dexterity is actually harder to engineer than a backflip. Tesla's strategy isn't to win a talent show, it's to control the manufacturing output of a $5 trillion market, deploying robots inside Tesla's own factories using the same AI architecture that powers full self-driving. The autopilot team is now running Optimus. Tesla is training the robot the same way it trains cars, with massive amounts of real-world video data. And the Gen 3 design is explicitly built for mass production, with a dedicated facility under construction at Giga, Texas. So is Tesla behind? Technically, yes. Today, strategically, that's a different question. But here's the problem with Tesla's long game, and it has nothing to do with robots. In 2025, China imposed export restrictions on certain rare earths and magnets, the exact materials that go into robot actuators and motors. Think about that. The country that dominates the supply chain for the components that make humanoid robots possible just tightened its grip on those components. American robotics companies, including Tesla, now face a strategic vulnerability that has nothing to do with software or AI. It's about magnets. Literally. China's advantage runs 4 layers deep. Supply chain control, $50 billion in government-backed development funding, a 12-month iteration cycle running at national scale, and a cost structure that lets them ship a backflipping humanoid robot for $13,500, while American manufacturers pay a 30% premium just for the components. Now I'm going to say something direct. A robot that can hold a sword, perform coordinated attack sequences with other robots, recover from being knocked down, and operate with millisecond-level synchronization alongside humans in close quarters. That robot has military utility. The question isn't whether that's the intention right now. The question is whether the capability transfer from kung fu performance to something else is a shorter path than anyone is admitting. The US Pentagon has identified autonomous systems as a Tier 1 national security priority. The gap between civilian and military robotics has never been thinner. And then there's the Elon factor. In 2025 and 2026, Musk has become one of the most polarizing figures on the planet. Tesla sales have declined in key markets. Boycotts, brand association risks. His public profile, once an asset, now introduces uncertainty into every Tesla investment thesis. Meanwhile, Unitree's founder met President Xi at a high-profile tech symposium, then took the world stage at the most-watched TV event in human history. No controversy, no distraction, just the robots. Here's the uncomfortable truth that neither the China wins crowd nor the Tesla is a sleeping giant crowd wants to admit. They're playing different games, and both games have a serious flaw. China's flaw: the brains haven't kept up with the bodies. Unitree's own CEO has acknowledged publicly that large models for embodied intelligence are still very inadequate. The Spring Festival Gala is the perfect controlled environment. Factories, homes, and farms are not. Unpredictable terrain, uncontrolled lighting, objects that move without warning. China's robots can do a backflip. Can they fold laundry in your house? Not yet. Tesla's flaw is credibility. When your CEO promises 10,000 robots and delivers hundreds. When the robot falls at your own showcase and the internet speculates it was being remote controlled by a guy in a VR headset. When you admit on an earnings call that nothing is doing useful work. After years of $10 trillion predictions, the market questions everything. Perception matters, and right now, perception is not in Tesla's favor. The company that wins the humanoid race isn't the one with the best demo today. It's the one with the fastest iteration cycle. China is running that cycle at national scale, with government backing, vertically integrated supply chains, and a media strategy that turns every gala into a geopolitical statement. Tesla is betting that its AI architecture, the same one that makes cars drive themselves, will eventually produce a robot that works reliably, at scale, for $20,000. One of those bets might pay off. They might both pay off. But the timeline has shifted in ways that should make even the most bullish Optimus investor pause. Let me leave you with this. A year ago, China's robots twirled handkerchiefs. This year, they're doing backflips with swords. The year before that, people were laughing at them stumbling through a marathon. The pace of improvement is not linear. It's accelerating, and the resources behind it, the government policy, the supply chain, the cultural narrative, the sheer number of companies competing against each other, that ecosystem doesn't slow down. It compounds. Tesla is still the most credible American bet in this race. The AI architecture is real. The manufacturing ambition is real. The Gen 3 hands are genuinely impressive. But Elon Musk's timeline has been wrong before, multiple times, and each time it slips, China ships another 10,000 units. If the next generation of robots are built for speed, combat agility, and real-time adaptation, the gap may widen faster than anyone expects. So, I'll ask you directly, who do you think leads humanoid robotics in 5 years? Tesla perfecting the long game, or China shipping the future right now at scale? Drop your answer in the comments. And if this video made you think differently about what's coming, you know